Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to show you all the things I've colored for the months of March and April. And apologies in advance if you hear my fan. It is sweltering in my room because my AC is not working properly, so I'm not going to turn it off, and if that's going to annoy you, you can go away now. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So this may or may not be in any particular order, but I am going to start with the only picture that I managed to color in March, which is from Romantic Country the First Tale, Erie. I have the English edition, and I hate this paper, but sometimes I'm able to make it work, and then other times I'm just not. So the only picture that I managed to color in March is this one right here, and it is the bread page, and I absolutely enjoy every millisecond of coloring this page because if you know me, y'all know I like to color food. And I used my Prismacolor on this page, and I used a little bit of my Gansai Tambi Starry watercolor to put the gold on the sign, and then I drew in the wood grain, and then there's a little bit of glitter gel pen on the letters on the sign. And then yeah, I basically left it white because I wanted to really have my shadows showing, because I put a lot of thought into that to make them look like more 3D and that they're not just lying flat. So I really enjoyed this page for sure. And for my croissants, I used Shirley XLY's tutorial to do the croissants. And I first did this a couple of years ago when she posted her video. I used it for inspiration on another page in a Daria songbook, but I just simply love the color combination and how it comes out each time, so I went ahead and decided to do that. And of course, I have a lot of Posca for all the salt sprinkled on my bread. I don't know if I've colored each of these breads correctly as what they are in real life, but who cares, because I colored them the way I wanted and I had fun. So this is how this one turned out, and since I already have this book out, I'm going to go ahead and show you another page that I completed in this book as well. I did this in April. This was one of my most recent completed pages, and it is this page right here. I really want to color this closed page that's in my mind, it's on my radar. But this page was done, like I said, recently. And ignore the bottom because I really could make my pencils work on some pages in this book. And I only use my Prismacolor for the most part. And it's like some pages, they work completely fine, no problem, like my bread page. But on this page, oh my gosh, I had such troubles. And if you could not tell, I had cut the bottom of this page off because I don't know why I put water on this book when I know water does not play well, and I don't know how people with the English edition are able to get watercolor and ink tints and stuff in their books, because it doesn't work for me. But I'm saying all that to say, initially I had put water down to do the base for my grass, and the paper just did not cooperate, and it was a mess. So I ended up trying to go over it with gouache, because that's the remnants of you see right here. That did not work either, and so I just cut the bottom off because it just looked horrid, and I couldn't keep it in the book without wanting to tear the whole page out. And so to save it, I just cut the bottom off. And this is also a buddy color with my fabulous bestie Frances, and she is currently working on hers, so I can't pop up a picture of what hers looks like right now, but I'm sure you'll be able to see it on her Instagram when she's done. But yeah, this is how mine came out. Like I said, I used my Prismacolors, and I did use some super tip marker to make like the little pollen, polka dot, sparkly, whatever you want to call these little dots about the page. Like I mentioned, I used gouache for the grass. I used a nail color too, which peeled my paper. You probably can't even see, but I used my white nail color to just put a wash over the tablecloth because I wanted it to be plain. And yeah, I used super tip markers as a base for all the greenery and everything. And you probably can tell because it kind of ghosted on this page, but it's okay. And then I can still color this castle. Never mind the bottom part, whatever. I'm not too worried about it. But this is how this page came out. And I do like it for the most part, but like it just gave me such trouble with my pencils. And it's like I said, it's only on certain pages. And the other pages it works fine. But that's the end result of this picture. I don't think I have any glitter on it because I was just frustrated and I couldn't be bothered at that point when I finished this page. But again, like I said, I do like the end result, and we can move on to what I have to share next. Next, I have to share a picture in Whimsy Girls Through the Decades. This is by Hannah Lynn, and I did complete this picture in April as well, April 13th. And as you can see, I used a marker base for the entirety of the picture, basically. And then I went over with my Prismacolors, I believe I used. And yeah, I had a lot of fun coloring this picture because it just took me back to early 2000s, because that's all I saw when I looked at this page. And what I ended up doing, if you can see on her hat, I went ahead and drew the Von Dutch label because that was popular in the early 2000s. And I really am proud of her knees, oddly, on this page. Like, I really like how I ended up drawing her knees and how they came out. And I do have some glitter gel pen around the border, if you can see that. And I did some fun frayed denim shorts and a fun little denim bag. And yeah, I don't know why, but I think about Tyra Banks when I look at this. I don't know why, but I do. But yeah, it was really fun taking this back to the early 2000s. And this was initially a boardwalk, and you can kind of see that I had colored it brown and drew some wood grain, but I did not like it. It was not coming out right. So then I tried to take a black marker over it, but it wouldn't go over. So then I had to use some acrylic paint, and that's what this is. It's just plain matte black acrylic paint. And then I just took my white gel pen and just wrote some fun early like 2000s sayings and doodles on this and made it more like a graffiti wall. So perhaps she's standing in front of a graffiti wall before, you know, with the beach behind. So that was my idea for that. Oh yeah, and she has some glitter on her lip. But yeah, that was pretty much how I colored this page. And like I said, I did have a good time. And I like how it turned out after I fixed my boo-boo with the boardwalk. So now we can move on to the next thing I have to share. Next, I have a page in Silhouettes by Hachette Heroes, Silhouettes Magiques. And this is the page I ended up finishing. It is Mulan. And yeah, initially yellow was not going to be a part of this page the way it's so bold. I had used my Posca and it just splurted out, and then I just had to go with it, so I just went ahead and made some of the splatters the yellow and like just went with it. So that's how this page came out. And there is glitter gel pen on the page, if you can see it as I turn it. And yeah, it was relatively quick because I did use, I think, super tips. Yeah, I think I used a lot of super tip base on this, and then just went over with my color pencils and some glitter pen and pastel gel pen. So this is how it came out, and I tried to stick with the Mulan movie color scheme because I actually did look that up. Yellow was, again, not supposed to be a part of that, but, you know, I just went with the flow. So this is how this one came out. Oh, and I do have a bit of black stickles, like kind of on these spider lily looking flowers and branches. So I'm really happy to continue to keep coloring in this book because I'm getting more and more done, and it's making me feel really accomplished because I always mentioned that this book was really expensive and I used to just never color in it. So I'm glad I am making progress. Now I can move on to, I think, the last picture that I have to share. Lastly, I have a picture in Green Witches. This is by Coco Wayo. And yes, it's April and I'm coloring a witch, but so what? I feel like you can color whatever, whenever. And I got this book back in February, and I had never colored in it, and I usually try to color in a book as soon as I get it, but this is my first page that I've done in this book, and I absolutely love how she turned out. I don't know if I used marker. I used some alcohol marker base, and then I used my Magic Fly color pencils that I received for review. I never really used those pencils, but for some reason I just wanted to use them on here because I looked through my swatch book and they had some nice pinks, and I don't know, I just saw a pink witch when I looked at this picture. So yeah, I used my Magic Fly pencils. I have some stickles on the page. I have some metallic gel pen for the border, and that took forever to color in, but I really like how that pen color looked, and it just matched my page aesthetic so great, and I just went ahead and did the border like that. And of course I used Posca to white out her hair and her eyebrows, and this was the end result of this picture. I really love how it came out, and then once I finished I was like, oh, she could be like maybe a cherry blossom witch and be pink because it's April, even though I know those are not cherry blossoms, but yeah, this is the finished result of this page. And I'm happy to finally break this book in, and I look forward to coloring more in this book. And it's an unusual occurrence for me to color any introduction page in a book. This is my very first one after all the years that I've been coloring, but I really liked this picture. It stood out to me and I wanted something quick. So there we have it, everyone. That is all I've managed to color for the months of March and April. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll be back with more colorings soon if I manage to be able to complete enough to make a video. So take care out there, stay safe. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in my next video.